Hey there planners, it is time for me to set up for the month of January and really get to using my new A5 Stalogy planner. So go grab your planners and let's get planning. All right, so I did all the big setup stuff. I've got all my annual pages and my list and all the pretty pocket stuff and everything ready to go. Now it's time to actually start using this planner, which means I need to set up for the month of January so I can start planning out the first month of 2024. Before I dive right in with the setup, I do want to say welcome to those of you who are new to Planning Annie. We are so excited that you're here. Here at Planning Annie, we are a community of planning enthusiasts. We love our planners. We love to-do lists. We love getting things done. We love being productive. We also love stationery and all the creative aspects of planning. So if that sounds like something you enjoy as well, we do hope you'll consider subscribing and becoming part of our tribe. Hop down in the comments. There's always the best ideas from Planning Annie subscribers down in the comments below. Ask questions, leave answers, give your thoughts and ideas, and let's keep the conversation going down there. All right, so I've got my planner all set up. I will not do a flip through or go through the setup again because I did have a couple of videos, one very chatty process video and one flip through of how I have set this planner up. So if you missed that, I will have those videos listed down in the description box below. I have not done very much at all to change or update this planner since I filmed and posted those videos because I have been in the holly jolly holiday mode. So we're past Christmas, we're in the last couple of days of the year. I'm starting to need a place to plan for things that are coming up in the month of January, so it's time to set this up. So I'm going to flip ahead to the section where I have the blank page, and I will talk about what I'm going to be using to set up for the month of January. All right, so here is my first blank spread. That brings me to page 34, 33 and 34. That's where I'm starting. I go through and number all my Stalogy pages. I think it's really important to be able to reference where things are, and sometimes I'll start a spread and say, hey, this is continued on such and such page. So I know I am a little over 30 pages in as I begin. This planner will probably last me January, February, and March. That's what I'm going to try to go for. Maybe it only lasts the first 2 months, but usually these planners, they have 365 pages and they usually last me 3 months. All right, I do have this page marked here with a little sticky note. And that is because I have a little cheat sheet for myself here. And this is what I want to include in my monthly setup. So first of all, I want to include a monthly cover page. For the month of January, that is going to be this. I actually made this in Canva. Actually, I can't remember if this was a template or if I made it, but I did get it out of Canva. I have a lot of stuff that I get out of Canva. I will have more information and details about videos you can watch to get more information about that listed down below. But I like to have a monthly cover page, and I'm also going to include a January tab on this page just so I can quickly get to it. So I'm going to lay this down and add the tab. Those are going to be my first steps for setting up January. All right, I actually used the Tombow tape roller, adhesive roller, to put on the back of this. Sometimes I tip things in, sometimes I tape things down. This I'm actually going to tape down. And so I just wanted to show you the process there and talk about what I'm using. I will have all of my supplies that I use in this setup listed down in the description box below. So there's my cover page. There are a couple of Facebook groups or Instagram accounts that will offer freebie printables on a monthly basis, like SM Plans Facebook group and Coffee Monster Co. Facebook group. Those are all great places to get freebie printables. One of my very favorites is Hello Petite Paper. And typically they are not available before the month. On Hello Petite Paper, they will come once we get into the month. And so I'm going to leave this blank in case there's a free printable that I want to put here after we get into the month. Okay, back to my cheat sheet. The next item I want to put up is my master calendar. So I have... Oh, and I did put my little January tab there. I've got a schedule tab here, and that's actually to my future log. So I've got that there. I just lined it up with that. So there's my January tab. For my master calendar, these, I buy from the same place every year. These are from Hourglass Planners on Etsy. They have absolutely beautiful planner printables. I love them. They're one of my favorites. The quality is always there. So I'm actually going to be using these again this year. And this is in the A5 size, but you can buy them in lots of different sizes. So I'm going to use this, and I had printed out with my Cricut a couple of options to use for decor. Let me get this down first. I'm going to use tape runner and put this down, and then I'm going to maybe look at adding a little bit of decor before I start actually putting stuff in this calendar. One of the things I've learned with the Stalogy, that's having used it over the years, is, I don't know if you can see it, but I am trying to avoid, when I tape things down, I'm trying to avoid putting them right in the spine. So you can see I have taped it down a little away from the spine. When you tip things in, obviously you're tipping them right into the spine. But when you tape things down, if you can avoid putting it in the spine, that really helps with the bulking up, because the more you add right into the spine, the thicker it gets, really bulks it up quickly. So I do try to avoid that, particularly because I tape so many things in on a monthly basis when I'm setting up my month. All right, so these are all, I believe these are all parts and pieces from Grand Plans sticker shop on Etsy. I absolutely love printable stickers. Grand Plans is one of my favorite shops. So I have pulled parts and pieces, added some January labels to them in my Cricut, and I want to add them for decor here. I'm hoping I printed them the right size. So I wanted to use sort of the New Year's theme that's got a little bit of pink with it in this front section. And it looks like that is actually going to fit perfectly. So I did my math right. Sometimes it's trial and error when you are printing your own stickers and making them the size that you want them, but that's also the benefit of printing your own stickers. All right, so that one fit really great, and then I wanted this one to go here, but I'm not sure if it's going to be wide enough to cover up what's already there, or if I'm going to need to white some out. So let's see. Oh, it looks like it might. No, I got a little bit of white out to do there. Just a tiny bit. And it's really hard to see anyway. I think I could probably get away with it, but now that I've noticed it, I will continue to notice that little bit. Okay, so there is my decor. I'm thinking I want to highlight these a pink color. Okay, I grabbed a highlighter. This is a Sharpie S Note. These tend to be really soft in color. And I'm just going to highlight the top here just to help the days of the week stand out. Now, normally I don't film my process for monthly setup. I just kind of show you guys after it's already set up. I'm hoping that you enjoy seeing the monthly process. I thought it would be good to do just in this first month so you can kind of see my thought process, and then maybe in future months I'll just show you the flip through. Let me know down in the comments below if you enjoy seeing the monthly process for setup. Now, here's the question. Do I want to do something with these numbers? Or do I want to leave them just as is? Let me look at my sticker kits, and I guess this is a good time to show you the sticker kits I'm going to be using this month. These are all from Grand Plans because Fran is just killing it right now with absolutely gorgeous kits. So I use a Cricut. I print my own sticker kits. These are all from Grand Plans. This one is called Glam Gala, or Gala, depending on how you say that. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the colors. And you can see I pulled from this kit to make these. In the Cricut, you can just resize it to the size you want. I'm assuming you could do the same in the Silhouette, but you can see like that's where it came from. And I was gonna see if there are little numbers Yeah, there's some numbers, but they are all black and white, so I probably will not use those. But isn't this kit gorgeous? Love it. And then I'll show you quickly the other kits that I'm using. This one is really, really beautiful, and you'll see I've pulled some parts and pieces from this too. I will use these kits for my weekly planning. This is called Feeling Fuchsia, and yep, I'm feeling it. It's gorgeous. And then this one, I thought this was so pretty. Winter Cottage. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the greens and the winter tones. So pretty. And then this one is called Sweater Weather, and I'm hoping to will in some snow with this kit. There's nothing I love better than a good snow day in January, so hoping just by using that kit I will encourage the weather to cooperate. So those are my sticker kits. I would highly encourage you, if you are looking for print your own stickers and excellent quality, go check out Fran at Grand Plans. Her stickers are amazing. Definitely go check those out. Okay, so now, do I want to do anything with the numbers? I think I'm going to leave it as is because I have a lot going on in January. So I've got a couple of things I want to use. I've got these. I've got an extra set of holiday stickers from Virgo and paper. I'm going to be putting those down and then just writing in some of the family events that I know are going on to start the planning. All right, so here's the monthly calendar. I've got some things plugged in. I've got some things penciled in. I've got some things I'm still figuring out, so I'm not ready to put them down. But this is ultimately why I needed to go ahead and set up January, because I needed a place to start planning this type of stuff. So this is a master calendar, and it is on its way to being populated fully for the month. And now my next item that I want to set up is a meal plan. I like to have a monthly view of the meal plan. I like to be able to look back at monthly meal plans. So I'm going to be using another calendar. I just printed it out twice. Same thing, monthly calendar. I'm going to put that down on the next page and get that ready to go. All right, so here's the meal plan calendar. I did have the couple of special stickers from that beautiful Feeling Fuchsia kit from Grand Plans, and then I started to plug in what I know. I've got a special New Year's Day meal, and I wanted to ask you all, do you all have a special New Year's Day meal? And does it include any special food items that maybe are more traditional? For me, in our house, we always have collards on New Year's Day. I don't know about the good luck thing, but it is somewhat of a tradition that we continue to do year over year. So that's definitely one of ours, but I would love to hear from you. Do you have a special New Year's Day meal? If so, let me know what it is. I would love to get some ideas, maybe start a new tradition. I would love to hear that down in the comments below. But here's my calendar, and you can see I have these really cute little stickers from Plan So Cute, with little Chloe Bear and her shopping bag, and I do like to mark grocery days. And typically I will meal plan from Friday to Thursday because I'm grocery shopping on Friday or Saturday. So that's kind of the way I meal plan. If I know it's going to be a particularly busy week, I will meal plan maybe 1.5 to 2 weeks ahead, just so that I can take that off my plate. I like to kind of look at the weather and kind of match what we're going to be eating with whatever the weather is going to be. All right, so that's my next page. Let me flip back to my cheat sheet. I've got my cover page, master calendar, meal plan, and now content plan. I've got a couple of different options for my content plan because I really wasn't sure which direction I wanted to head. I went ahead and printed another one of the full January calendar, so I could use this. However, I also have this one-page calendar with some expenses and income tracking, things like that for the channel as well. I may use this one, and that way I have an extra page just to kind of jot things down and make notes, because I tend to want to make kind of messy notes when it comes to my content plan. So let me flip to the next blank page and get this set up. All right, so here's how I ended up setting up the content plan. I just used the miniature calendar, and I know somebody's gonna ask me where this came from. This was a free printable that I ended up adding the words content plan. I pulled it into Canva and added the words content plan. I have no idea where it came from though. And then I've got space over here for plenty of brain dumping and jotting down notes and sticky notes, things like that. So that is my next page. If I flip back, the next thing I want to do are a couple of trackers. So I've got Symptom tracker here, but I actually have a few different trackers that I want to incorporate in my planners. So what I have printed, and I'm going to have to pick how I want to use this. I've got a Symptom tracker. And this actually I purchased from Annalita Designs, and I will have that down below. It's a shop on Etsy. This is a free printable tracker, and I have no idea where this came from. I've had this for so long. I have no idea where it came from. I think it had like a heading on it, but I ended up cutting it off. But it's a really basic habit tracker. It's got, you know, lines for you to write in the habits. It's got 1 through 31 across the top, and then you can just fill in the bubbles. And I think I want to do things like working out, no sugar, just a different type of health sort of habits to keep track of here. You know, how much water I drank. Did I drink, you know, my desired amount of water? Did I hit my steps goal? All that kind of stuff. So I want to list those out here and then actually use this for tracking. Health is a major focus area for me in the month of January, as I'm sure for many people it is. So I'm going to be using a few of those. I also want to use this sleep tracker, which also came from Annalita Designs. Again, I'll have that listed down below. And then this is another version of a Symptom tracker. So I think these two can actually go together. What I could do is have it sort of like this, where I've got the symptoms, specific symptoms listed here, and then 1 through 31 here, and kind of check off the day. And then this is energy level. I added in the words energy level. That is not originally what this said, but I kind of modified it a bit. Add in energy level here, 1 through 5, and then actually have a place to write out any, you know, major symptoms or things I want to note. Put that here. So I think I'm going to put that like that, and then capture a sleep tracker and other habits on the next 2 pages. So let me get all this set up kind of in the way I want it to be, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. All right, so I spent some time and got these pages, I think, set up how I want them to be. So there are 4 pages, 2 spreads. The first is the symptom tracker, and I went ahead and put in everything I want to see on 1 page because it's really important to me to, especially in the month of January when we're kind of getting back into the swing of things, but it's also very cold and not a whole lot of sunlight, a lot of sickness going around. Like, I kind of like to see everything health related on 1 page. So I've got several. It says symptoms, but they're not all symptoms. A lot of them are habits related to wellness. So I've got my cycle. I do have a list of symptoms like headache, congestion, cough, stomach issues, you know, and then I've got, you know, how am I stressed or irritated? Did I work out? Did I take all of my vitamins? Did I drink the water I'm supposed to drink? And did I take any medications? If I took any medicine, like maybe some cold medicine or, you know, something for a headache, things like that, I want to use this page, which I'll talk about in a minute, to kind of capture notes on that. I've also got energy level here. So for each day of the month, I want to rank, you know, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Where am I from an energy standpoint, and how are these factors influencing that? If, as I said, if I do take any medicine, or if there's anything that just stands out, I want to make sure to write a few more notes about it here, like the date, the time, food, medicine, or activity, like what was going on, and then what were the symptoms and any notes or comments there. On the second spread, I have my sleep tracker. I'm really interested in, I feel like I'm having some changes in my sleep. I've always been like a really great sleeper. You know, really, I could sleep to 8 hours every night, fall asleep fast. I feel like that is changing a little bit. And so I really want to look at that and monitor that in light of how I'm tracking here as well. And then I've got I decided instead of making this into a habit tracker that I would make this into a mood tracker. I use these little Coffee Monster Co. Emoji heads here, and for every day of the month I'm going to check off if I felt these emotions during the day. So excited, happy, sad, disappointed, calm, anxious, jealous, energetic, loved, creative, cranky, frustrated, tired, grateful, just there. And then I also want to just kind of recognize when my cycle is going on, and again kind of look at how that's impacting sleep and moods throughout the month. So big focus on health for me. This is part of my goals. This is definitely going to be a focus this quarter and also, of course, this month. So I've got all my trackers set up. So the next page is to give myself some room for a brain dump and a sticky note dashboard. I'm going to go ahead. Those are going to be very simple to set up, so I'm going to go ahead and set those up too. All right, so for my brain dump and sticky note dashboard page, I keep these really simple. I go ahead and put the dots in because the dots will encourage me to write things down. The way I use this page is I will actually come in here probably before the month begins and just start writing things down that come to mind. I also have, for my reference, and you can see I keep this page tabbed here. For my reference, I have a trigger list. This list is to help me think of the things that I can't think of right now. So for example, calendars or girl boss or my sweet puppy or things that went well, things that I'm loving, things that are related to my health or my family's health. So I've got sort of these list of prompts to help me remember the things that I need to remember to do this month. I also have my reoccurring task list, which I encourage you to make your own, but I have tasks broken down into annual, quarterly, and monthly tasks, and these are to help me remember the things that I have to do on that regular basis. So I'll use these two pages almost every week to help me remember all the things that I need to get done. Now, even if they don't end up getting done in January, I still want to have them captured here so that as I'm setting up the next month, I can come here and pull from this list. I will use this list and keep adding to it all throughout the month, just because when I think of something, I don't want to lose it. I would rather have it written down in my system somewhere, and then I can decide what I need to do with it. These sticky notes, I will either jot things down here or I will pull them and put them somewhere else. I'm always needing sticky notes if I get a phone call or, just have something to jot down real quick I need to put in my purse, that kind of stuff. So these two pages are very functional and very useful for me, so I keep them pretty simple. All right, and then the last page on my list that I'm going to be setting up is my monthly goals page, and I do have a printable. Unfortunately, this is a free printable that is no longer available. This came from Cultivate What Matters a long time ago as a free printable, and I've just held on to it and used it over and over the years. I'm actually going to tape this in and then give myself some space to write in here. And I'm thinking about putting in, I love this little printable that I found on Canva. It is hygge and a reference. It's a Danish word that means coziness. It is a feeling more than a word. It is a ritual of enjoying life's simple pleasures and making the ordinary more meaningful, beautiful, and special. I love that for this month. I love that for the month of January. And I kind of just want to have that here to remind myself to really enjoy all the simple things. So I think I might put this here as decor and this here for goals. All right, so there's my goal page set up, as well as just a little reminder and some decor. Those are the last pages I want to set up for the monthly setup. What I'll do next is just turn the page and start setting up the weekly pages. I'm not going to do that in this video, but I will show you how I've set those up. If you're interested in seeing a weekly plan with me in the future, please let me know that down in the comments. The last thing I want to do is I want to add a little bit of decor with tip-ins, and I think that'll help me concentrate on some of these things. So I'm going to go through my vellum vellums and my tip-ins and see what I have that I might want to add in, and I'll come back for a final flip through. All right, so final flip through of my January monthly setup. I've got my cover page. I'm waiting to see if there's some free printable from my favorite Facebook groups and Instagram accounts that offer freebies that I want to put there. Not sure. If not, I'll just come up with something to put there. I have my master calendar all set up. I have my meal plan all set up and ready to go. I have my content plan. I did add in some vellum here. And these, again, come from Canva or free printables, things like that. I make them myself. I do have a video about how I do that. I'll have that video down below, as well as all the supplies that I use today. So I've got my content plan and a place to brainstorm. If you've got some suggestions or requests for videos that you'd like to see, please let me know, and I'll make sure to add those to my list. I have my symptom tracker and this beautiful, this is actually one of the stickers from the sticker kit from Grand Plans, Feeling Fuchsia, and I just blew the sticker up into A5 size and printed it out on vellum, and it is so gorgeous. I love it so much. That whole sticker kit is absolutely gorgeous, but I think it really is stunning when it's printed on vellum. So that's there. I've got my symptom tracker to be able to write out some details about any symptoms that I'm feeling this month. I've got my sleep tracker. Here's another vellum, just a really cozy, cute image. And then I've got my mood tracker here. I've got my brain dump page, my sticky note dashboard, and then I've got a little bit of decor around hygge and what is it, and reminding myself to live in the moment. I put this beautiful vellum in here, and then I've got a place for my goals, and that brings me to the end. So my next step will be to set up my my first week of January and start going with my planning for the month. I can't believe it's January, but I am so excited about being in this planner and being able to chunk it up and just have fun with it and make the pages that I need. So I hope you enjoyed the setup. If you have questions, please let me know. Let me know how your planning is going for January. Are you excited to be in your planner? Are you still trying to decide what planner? And if you are, that's okay. I know I've been there before. Some years are harder than others. This year, I knew Stalogy was going to be a great fit for me. I've just fallen back in love and it's working, so I'm going to keep going with the Stalogy. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to Planning Annie for more content like this, and as always, thanks for planning with me.